Sean Huckster here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Today, I'm going to be opening up a Polly Pocket Keepsake Collection item. I guess it's a little bit of a giveaway that there are bubbles on here. This is the Keepsake Collection Mermaid Dreams Compact. This, I've watched a few videos on this. I haven't done a lot of research, but I have watched some videos on this. And apparently this is a toy that was designed back in the Polly day, but was never really released. And now they're releasing it in the Keepsake Collection. I think it was released a couple of years ago. I've seen a couple of videos in which the Pollys, and these were done a couple of years ago, the Pollys have a translucent green body. And at the time, I believe the translucent purple ones were only available in a small market. But now this just came from Amazon about a week or so ago. And it looks like I have the purple translucent bodies for the mermaids. All right, we're going to get to opening. So it's Keepsake Collection. You have the full box. I've opened a couple of Keepsake Collection things now. I'm really hoping that they're collector friendly with this, that the packaging comes off easily and I don't have to rip glued plastic away like I did with the three ring lockets or ring cases. So let's see what happens. We will open it. It opens from the side, so we really only need to open one side since it's taped here. We'll carefully cut along the tape and open up the side box, the side flap. And that's all we need to do there, I believe. Pull away these flaps. I'm going to zoom out a little, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Oh, a little sneak peek of the project I'm working on. And here we go. So here's the inner packaging. Now it does seem like this is collector friendly. These are not glued down, which is great because I don't like it when they glue packages down for a collector's item. Oh, look, it's even better. These aren't even taped. These are just folded, so you can unfold them like so, or fold them like so, and push through. That means not even ripping tape off the back. That is nice. And oh, it looks like they've done the same thing here. I don't know if I need to. So this pulls away the front. You don't even need to do this, I don't think. And look. Let's hope, yeah, so this is kept in only by a couple of tabs here in the plastic, so it still should just come out easily, I hope. I don't want to rip it. There you go. Yeah, so that's fine. And that just slips right back, hinged back by this tab here, which is tape because you don't have to remove this one. And then we have the two Polly figures, which are taped in place, which is fine. That's not really damaging. If I want to put that back later, I can. You know what I normally say about packaging, but not this. This is collector packaging. We keep this. So we take the Pollys out, and then we gently put this. You know what? I'm not even going to put the tabs back. I'm just going to put it back like so, and put this back into the collector case box, and stash this for future storage. Not that I want to store this away. I want to keep this compact out with my others, but you never know. If I have to store it, I have the box. And let's get to the compact. Put our Pollys away. Then I'll zoom back in now because there's no need to zoom that far out. Let's look at the compact. Okay. So this compact is very much... Whoop, something fell out. Oh, that's the ring. I'll get to that in a minute. This is very much the compact like... let's close it. If you'll give me 10 seconds... Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum-de-dum, back. So, that wasn't 10 seconds. So this is very much a compact that you're familiar with if you know Polly Pocket. One of the things I noticed that's really rather interesting is it's almost a pearlescent finish. And you see this sort of, I almost want to call them anomalies in the casting, but I think it adds to the whole look. The reason I was taking that little short snip away is that I want to compare this to vintage Polly Pockets. This is the burger stand, almost complete. I'm waiting on one character, but you can see that the color very similar. The original Polly Pockets did not have this pearlescent kind of finish. The hinges are pretty much the same. The thickness, pretty much the same. about the right size. But now this, of course, is a pentagon compact. But we also have the flower compact, which shows once again, this is the Paris apartment, Paris flat. Again, very similar in size. And of course your octagonal, again, similar. But this is the cafe. These are practically identical. The only difference is even the depth of the hinge back, how far it goes away from the body, is very much the same. The only difference is the hinge mechanism itself, which is a little thicker, a little more robust probably. In the original Polly Pocket compacts, there was no click position, but they were so well designed that they would stand up at any angle you wanted them to be at. So if you put them up at 90 degrees, which is where they're supposed to be, there's no issue. It's fine. Modern compacts are less likely to do that. Let's see how this one works. See, this one does it because there's a click mechanism in here. And I really like the click mechanism because it does enforce a 90-degree angle. Listen. You can hear it even. You can see it. And that is beautiful. But I really wanted to bring this in to show you they did this correctly. Obviously, we don't have the Bluebird logo here. We have Mattel. And we have the date of 2021 and not the date that this was originally designed, apparently. So let's put that aside and go into the compact here. And what do we have is an undersea world in yellow with a lavender outside exterior. All of the bottom is in yellow and the top is in yellow, and then it's painted. So the yellow rim inside is all yellow. This, of course, is to mimic undersea sand. You're supposed to be underwater here, so this is the seabed, which is yellow. Let's go through some of the features. I've already spoiled this by having it open. I'm just going to put that in there, and you're going to pretend, right, that you didn't see that. We're going to have a look at this. So what we have is an anchor done in kind of a slight, like, not a rose gold, but a slight soft gold, tied by a rope. We have sea corals here, I think, or maybe anemones. It's hard to say exactly what. I want to call it coral, but corals are often more like stringy. Maybe sea anemones. A large shell, which is slightly open. A clam shell and other shells like this could be a great giant clam or a scallop. When partially open, you can see the lips, which are sensors along here. And that's very cleverly done because it shows that even when it's partly open, it's really closed. And we've got some very shiny chrome, well-chromed gold here. Gold coins, a crown, and a scepter. Here we have more shells. That's another scallop shell. Another one here. We have a turtle who is uninteractive. The turtle, unfortunately, does not come up, which is, I think, it's a lost opportunity. This turtle could easily come out and be part of the of the figures, part of the accessories, and snap back into place. That'd be kind of cool. But, you know, I didn't design this, so what am I going to tell? Who am I going to tell? And then back here we have a sort of a ledge. It's not a stair exactly, but it's a ledge of some sort. I don't know what the painting is supposed to represent. Inside the clam, I'm sorry, once again, this is a scallop, not a clam. Inside the clam, the scallop, is the ring. Now, this whole set is kind of an excuse to have a ring. The ring is obviously meant for a very small person, since these toys were originally meant for very small people. Don't judge me, I'm not that small. I couldn't fit this on my little pinky, but and the pearlescent pearl is kind of pearlescent. I've seen more pearlescence than this. This looks to be pearlescent paint because you can see how the paint follows the molding around the edge. So it's not a pearl that has been glued on. It looks like this has been done in maybe 2 solid pieces, and the little shells and the pearl are part of the same piece that gets glued upon the chromed piece, and this painted. I'm not sure if that works for me. And inside here, of course, you have another pearl or a few pearls, but they're not painted. And the ring slips right in here like so, and this shell closes. And then we go from the bottom to the top, which is what I always do. I usually start with the bottom. In the top, we have this laser printed sort of, laser, almost holographic. It's sort of, this can only be done with laser etching. And it is very much a dazzling display of dots. And I think the whole idea is to give you the idea that you're under the water. And it's pretty good. If you don't see the sparkles and you do see what's printed on it, you can see there's a dolphin here, there's a seahorse, and other creatures. It is kind of hard to see because of the shine. If you took this out of the bright light, it'd be easier to see what was actually printed back there. So here we have a seahorse. I, again, lost opportunity. So it rocks a little, but I think that's only because it's not very well attached. This should rock back. I mean, I should say should. If I was designing this, this would rock back and forth. Painted seaweed here, sea stars, and I don't know what that is. It looks like a shell. I don't think it's supposed to be a piece of treasure. I think it's supposed to be a conch shell or some sort of small shell painted in like a kind of a goldish beige, really. And over here we have a pink jellyfish. Thank you, brain. Which again, I think I would have just had it a little rotate a bit, but whatever. And this is coral. I mean, this is what I was thinking down here. This is not coral, I don't think, because coral generally looks like this splayed thing, which I actually love. I love the shape of coral. In the set that I'm making myself, there will be coral. And then up top on the top ledge, you have a large shell with a sea star, a pearl, again, painted pearl, by the way, not added. And this, I believe, is supposed to represent a bed, even though there's absolutely no texture here. You would think they'd put some sort of pillowing on there, blankets or texturing of some kind, but they did not. And then we have a chair here. The chair does not rotate. The chair is made of shells. It has a cushion, you see. They could have done that here. And this, often in some sets, a little chair like this may rotate, but not all of them. And here you have a vanity. You have a comb, and then a mirror and a seashell. Sea star. And then up around here, you've got sea stars and netting, and then other just sea carvings. And then a dolphin, which again does not rotate. Lost opportunity. But why am I complaining? This is a set that people have waited for many years, and I'm quite happy to have it. I have said in my videos before that my favorite style or my favorite genre of toy is space, and there are a number of space Polly Pockets, which I'm quite glad. And my second favorite is Arctic or ocean or ice cold climates, and then my third is underwater because I love underwater adventures. I don't know if I'd call this an underwater adventure as much as I would call it it's a mermaid adventure sort of, not like sea divers and stuff. But there's one more thing I forgot. There is a treasure chest here, and this opens. There's a clasp here, and it opens, and oh look, there's more beautifully chromed treasure inside. Mostly coins, I think, although if you look carefully, there's some details of other things in there. The chrome makes it hard to see those details. Yeah, but it's really well chromed. This is beautiful, I have to say. So, we close that up. Now, what would a mermaid adventure be without mermaids? So we have two. We have Polly and her friend. Again, don't know the names of Polly Pocket characters mostly. I know a couple, but mostly I don't. And these are your standard Polly Pocket reproductions. Again, if these were really designed in the day, then these are not reproductions, but are in fact unproduced up until now Polly Pocket figures. They have done other mermaids in the past, but I don't think they've done these two exactly. So we have a painted top. Polly has her blonde hair with a shell in purple. She's got the purple bra, which I think is shells, like, you know, typical of mermaids, and in modern lore anyway. And then a translucent purple body, a body that you can see through. Not very well because it's dark purple, but you can see through it. And then her friend is similar in many ways. She's got, I believe, yes, a star on the other side of her head, a sea star on the other side of her head. Or is that a... No, that's a small clam, a small shell, whereas Polly has a sea star. And similarly, she has the shell bra and translucent body. Now this is all the accessories you get, which is, other than the ring, which I thought was a little disappointing, especially when I thought that maybe the turtle could have come loose. Again, not my design. So Polly can sit in a couple of places. Early compacts usually had 2 to 3 holes for Polly to stand. So here we have one in the back, and she fits beautifully in there, comfortably snapping in place. Another one here, Yeah, and they fit very nicely, very snugly in there. And I believe there's a third. Is there a third? Did I see a third? Nope, just the two. Just the two. And that's fine because there are just two characters. And they also can sit. So you can, your best vintage polys have the hinged body. And so one of them can sit up here on the bed, maybe. And the other can sit on the seahorse. So the seahorse is meant to be sat upon, which is why I really would have liked this to rock back and forth, but it doesn't. And also Polly can sit on the chair up here next to the vanity. And if you sit her properly, you can fit her underneath the fin of the dolphin, and she fits rather nicely in there. And I'm going to, oh, I forgot the gate. A lot of the early Polly Pockets had a gate here. Usually it was one piece, but sometimes two. And this one is made of seahorses, translucent seahorses. And so the gates swing open, and there's a little click mechanism right there, two little dots that allow the gate to snap in place, which I think is beautiful. Old gates didn't always lock in place. There was sometimes a tab down there, but not always. But they were strong enough, the hinges were strong enough that they would stay in place wherever you put them. So I'm going to try to close this now with the two polys in place to see if it actually works. So I'm a bit worried about the poly below, that her legs might interfere with the ledge. Nope, it closes. I think that's it. I do love this logo. It's beautifully silvery and shiny. I did see a video, Kerchie did a video 2 years ago showing her opening the box. It had green mermaids. There was no chroming on the logo. And I was thinking, that's unusual. I also saw Rachel do a video. Hers had chrome. And also Holly had chrome. So I don't know what happened there, but this is a more recent, I don't know if it's a recent run. I just got it on Amazon like a couple of weeks ago. So it's available now. And the price is good, guys. You should really want to get this. If you're a fan of the original Polly Pocket compacts, and you're not quite a fan of all of the modern decorative ones that are made like to look like owls and foxes and things like that, but you just sort of love the sheer elegance of the original compact idea, because the original Polly Pocket, of course, was created inside an old makeup compact. If you love this, which I absolutely do, I mean, the simple gorgeousness of these cannot be beat by anything done in the modern era, even though I love both. If you're a fan of this, I don't know why you haven't got this already. Jump on Amazon and grab it. All right, guys, I think that's enough for now. I'm going to open it up just to have the beauty of this as we sign off the video. And I'll put Polly's back in their little holes here, the little stands, and call it a video. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm such a fan of these toys because I love anything where you can open it up and get lost inside a magical little world. And every Polly Pocket toy, every Mighty Max toy, every Star Wars head, every little microscopic shrunken head, anything that has an environment inside, when you open it up and reveal a whole world in the imagination, I'm a fan. Always have been, always will be. I'm glad you're with me. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.